Theater has been a part of the culture of the world for the last 2,500 years. There have been Greek theaters, Roman theaters, African theaters, Asian theaters, medieval theaters. They've all been sharing stories and entertaining crowds for centuries. American theater has evolved over the centuries to become part of the American cultural landscape. On Thursday, January 21st, you will have an opportunity to experience a part of the American theater landscape. All 8th grade AMCMS students will be watching Walk On, the story of Rosa Parks. Here's a brief overview of what the story of Rosa Parks is about. The tremors of an earthquake were rumbling across America. A new kind of music was making its first appearance on the radio, and parents were outraged. While the rhythms of rock and roll were shaking the social fabric of a country, deep down an even more important transformation was about to take place. In Montgomery, Alabama, a determined activist named Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a city bus. The resulting uproar launched the civil rights movement and changed our country forever. Walk On, the story of Rosa Parks weaves together music and drama to tell the story of Rosa Parks from her childhood in rural Alabama to her famous decision to sit down and be counted. The play dispels myths about Parks and her protest, and it paints a portrait of a complex woman who had to find reconciliation within herself to become an effective civil rights leader. Exciting and inspirational, Walk On, the story of Rosa Parks shows how the determination of one individual made all the difference in the struggle for freedom and equality in the United States. As you can see, cats, this will be nothing like you have experienced while attending AMCMS. With this experience comes a set of expectations for all students, so please make sure that you're paying attention. First off, this is not a movie or a television show. Unlike movies and television, or even rock concerts, live theater performances demand the audience's complete attention throughout the entire performance. One noisy or restless student can easily spoil the performance for the rest of the audience, not to mention for the performers. They can actually hear you. Keep that in mind. Once the performance begins, students should stop all conversation, sit quietly in their seats, and focus on watching the show. Be sure to turn off all cell phones and any devices that you may have with you. Really, you should leave your devices here at school, but if you do have them on you, you need to have them off and keep them put away. Photographing or recording any part of the performance is strictly prohibited. These are the rules of Rudder Theater, and they will strictly be enforced. You need to be sure to eat a good lunch. We will have just eaten lunch at AMCMS before we leave. Do not bring any food or drinks with you on the buses, and you certainly will not be allowed to bring any food or drinks with you into Rudder Theater. Please do not bring any gum either, because the entire theater is carpeted and they do not need gum in their carpet. I really want to encourage you to dress to impress. Attending a theater performance is a wonderful experience, and part of that experience is the opportunity to dress up and wear your Sunday best clothing. I challenge you all to wear your Sunday best so that you truly enjoy the performance, as well as represent yourself and your family to the utmost while you're attending Rudder Theater. Please be sure to understand the consequences that could occur if you can't follow the expectations at Rudder Theater. Students who disrupt the performance or act inappropriately will definitely have consequences back at AMCMS, but if it's necessary, we will remove you from the theater and bring you back to AMCMS early. This is not what we want to have happen, and I don't expect that this is going to happen, but I'm making sure to clearly communicate. This trip is a privilege, and this trip is a treat. We want everyone to see how well we handle ourselves within the community. If you've been receiving consequences here at AMCMS, there's a chance that you may not get to go on the trip. I expect your utmost best because you're representing yourself and your family and your school.